Well, with a full year under our belt now, I think it's time to peer into our scrying glass of hindsight and see how teams would draft knowing what they know now. It's early, yes, but the 2021 NFL Draft already looks like it could go down as one of the greatest classes in NFL history. It was an incredibly deep class for QBs, but there was also no shortage of elite offensive linemen, skill position players, and pass rushers either. If the league had a time machine and offered the teams a chance to redo the entire first round of the 2021 NFL Draft, this is how we envision it playing out. Number 1, Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence. This pick is still a no-brainer. Growing pains were expected for the 2021 first overall pick, and Urban Meyer's clown show, Travis Etienne's injury, and a woeful offensive line prevented T-Law from making a strong first impression. But nothing to worry about. John Elway and Peyton Manning turned out fine after awful rookie years. Lawrence will become the best player in this draft, and the Jaguars have zero reason to regret this pick. Number 2, New York Jets, Mac Jones. Jones' ceiling wasn't as high as the other top QB prospects coming into this draft, but he proved to be the most NFL-ready of the bunch in his rookie year with the New England Patriots. His poise, confidence, and accuracy have made Jones the ideal pick in a redraft for the Jets, who instead took boomer-bust project Zach Wilson. Not saying Jones would have lit it up in year 1, but his ability to handle the demanding spotlight while avoiding the back-breaking turnovers make him the logical selection here. Number 3, San Francisco 49ers, Trey Lance. The 49ers didn't give up all that draft capital to the Miami Dolphins just to pass up on a quarterback in this spot. As expected, Trey Lance saw limited time behind Jimmy Garoppolo in year 1, and hey, that's okay. He showed flashes when he was on the field, and Lance's dynamic dual-threat abilities will make him a star in Kyle Shanahan's offense. Sorry if this is a boring pick, but the 49ers would have no reason to consider someone else. At least not yet. Number 4, Atlanta Falcons, Ja'Marr Chase. Kyle Pitts had a very good rookie season for the Falcons, but it was Ja'Marr Chase who emerged as the top 3 receiver in his rookie year. Hindsight is a key aspect of this exercise, and we now know that Calvin Ridley's future with the Falcons is in serious doubt. Instead of Pitts, the Falcons find their new number 1 wideout to headline Arthur Smith's offense. Number 5, Cincinnati Bengals, Kyle Pitts. We know, Penei Sewell is available here, and since he should have considered taking a guy to help an O-line that allowed Joe Burrow to take 70 sacks between the regular season and playoffs. But the Bengals' numerous offensive weapons seem to make up for the awful pass protection. With Chase off the board here, Atlanta has to give Burrow the next best pass-catching weapon, and that would be Pitts, who instantly becomes a game wrecker in Cincinnati. Number 6, Miami Dolphins, Jalen Waddle. No reason to change this pick. Waddle had an impressive rookie season despite uneven QB play from Tua Tagovailoa and Jacoby Brissett. His 104 receptions were the most ever for a rookie in a single year. Waddle had 1,015 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. He delivered early and often for Miami, giving them a franchise building block to work with long term. Number 7, Detroit Lions, Penei Sewell. Sewell surprisingly fell to the Lions in the number 7 spot, and we'll never forget the Lions' epic draft room reaction when they used the selection on the Oregon offensive tackle. Sewell, widely regarded as the best offensive line prospect of his generation, had a solid rookie year on a rebuilding Lions team. But the best is yet to come. He's got multi-time first-team All-Pro written all over him, and Sewell perfectly fits the scrappy and resilient identity Dan Campbell wants his players to display. Number 8, Carolina Panthers, Justin Fields. If the Panthers had known how awful Sam Darnold would be, they would have taken a QB here. J.C. Horn was limited to 3 games in his rookie year, and though he could very well grow into a Pro Bowl talent, Carolina needs a QB more than anything else. Ohio State product Justin Fields is the pick in this redraft. Not sure if he would star right off the bat, but DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey would at least give Fields 2 dynamic skill position weapons to work with. Drafting Fields in 2021 would have allowed the Panthers to prioritize the offensive line in drafts and free agency going forward. Number 9, Denver Broncos, Micah Parsons. Now that the Broncos have Russell Wilson, there is no need for a QB in this redraft. So let's give them the best remaining player, which in this case is Penn State linebacker Micah Parsons. Parsons fell to the Dallas Cowboys in the number 12 spot, and he only tuned in one of the greatest rookie seasons ever, racking up 13 sacks and 47 quarterback pressures. Denver ended up trading Von Miller to the Los Angeles Rams ahead of the deadline. So taking Parsons here gives GM George Payton and company their new franchise-changing defensive star. Number 10, Philadelphia Eagles, Devontae Smith. Here's another team in the top 10 who's sticking with their original pick. The Eagles absolutely hit the jackpot with Devontae Smith. He emerged as Jalen Hurts' go-to weapon, posting 64 catches for 916 yards and 5 touchdowns. Smith's production was vital in helping the Eagles make a surprise return to the postseason. Smith also gives Philly its first legit number 1 receiver in years. There are zero regrets about this pick if you're GM Howie Roseman. Number 11, Chicago Bears, Zach Wilson. The Bears don't get Fields in this redraft, so they take the best QB prospect remaining. Yes, Wilson had a rough rookie year in New York and probably wouldn't fare much better in the Windy City under Matt Nagy. But the ceiling is way too high to pass up on. Chicago rolls the dice on the BYU product. After all, they traded up for the sole purpose of taking their next franchise QB. Can't back down now. Number 12, Dallas Cowboys, Patrick Surtain II. The Cowboys will never regret the Micah Parsons pick, but he's long gone in this redraft. Remember when all those 2021 mock drafts had Surtain going to Dallas? Well, the Cowboys actually get him in this redraft. Trevon Diggs is an elite ball-hawking corner for Dallas, but he's also a liability in coverage. Surtain, who had a superb rookie year in Denver, gives Big D the 5-star cover man to complement the 2021 interception king. Number 13, Los Angeles Chargers, Rashawn Slater. Slater was hands down one of the top rookie performers of 2021. He and free agent pickup Corey Linsley greatly upgraded the Chargers O-line, allowing Justin Herbert to have an MVP caliber season. It's hard to think the Chargers would want to change this pick with Slater on the board. He was a second-team All-Pro and a Pro Bowler in year 1, and he hasn't even hit his ceiling yet. Number 14, New York Jets, Elijah Vera Tucker. Like the Chargers, the Jets don't regret taking a stud offensive lineman here. They traded up to get Vera Tucker at number 14 overall, and the USC product provided stability on their offensive line. Though Pro Football Focus only graded him at 66.8 on the year, Vera Tucker allowed just 2 sacks in 1,027 snaps. That is stellar production for a rookie. And like Slater, Vera Tucker is only gonna get better. Number 15, New England Patriots, Davis Mills. This would be going way off the board, but the Patriots need a quarterback, and Mac Jones isn't available this time around. Mills had a very solid rookie season with the Houston Texans, completing 66.8% of pass attempts for 2,664 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 10 picks. That included an impressive Week 5 performance against New England, where he became the first rookie quarterback to throw for 300+ yards and 3+ touchdowns against the Belichick coach Patriots. If Mills can look that good on a flawed Houston team, we have no doubt the Pats would get even more out of him. Mills would be supported by the best coach ever, a top 10 offensive line, and a dynamic rushing game. Everything would be there for him to succeed in Foxborough. Number 16, Arizona Cardinals, J.C. Horn. Cornerback has been a need in Arizona for a couple of years now. I mean, they've been trying to replace Patrick Peterson for quite a bit. But hey, mission accomplished as they finally get their new star corner in J.C. Horn. Number 17, Las Vegas Raiders, Trey Smith. The Raiders reached big time for Alex Leatherwood here, and the Alabama product struggled quite a bit as a rookie. So instead, the Raiders take Trey Smith, whom the rival Kansas City Chiefs took in the 6th round at 226 overall. Smith earned a PFF grade of 72.4 and was a rock in the run-blocking department. So the Raiders swap out Leatherwood for arguably the biggest steal of the 2021 draft, leaving KC fans disappointed in the process. Number 18, Miami Dolphins, Javon Holland. Miami got an absolute gem in Holland when they took the Oregon safety in round 2 at 36 overall. But they can't risk losing him in a redraft here. So GM Chris Greer ensures that Holland doesn't get away by taking him with one of his first-round picks instead. Number 19, Washington Commanders, Nick Bolton. A linebacker was a position of need, but Jamin Davis had a frustrating rookie year. So Washington corrects the mistake by going with Nick Bolton, who surprisingly fell to the Chiefs in the 58th slot. The PFWA All-Rookie team member would add more juice and physicality to a front seven that already features Chase Young, Darren Payne, Montez Sweat, and Jonathan Allen. Yes, please! Number 20, New York Giants, Creed Humphrey. The Giants definitely would not take Kadarius Toney again in this exercise. So again, hindsight is 2020, but they really should have gone with an offensive lineman here. Creed Humphrey went to the Chiefs at number 63 overall. Hard to believe looking back, since he was only PFF's top-graded center of the 2021 season. Placing Humphrey on the same O-line as Andrew Thomas would have made quite a difference in what was a tough season for both Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. Number 21, Indianapolis Colts, Azeez Ojulari. Kwity Paye didn't cut it as a rookie, so the Colts will go with a more productive 2021 pass rusher. Azeez Ojulari, who went to the Giants at number 50 overall, had 8 sacks and 27 QB pressures in year 1. That sounds like someone who would slot in nicely with DeForest Buckner and Darius Leonard in the Colts front seven. Number 22, Tennessee Titans, Nate Hobbs. The injury-prone Caleb Farley missed all but 3 games last season. The cornerback-needy Titans pass on him this time and go with Raiders star Nate Hobbs, the 167th overall selection. Hobbs rounds out a stellar secondary led by fellow rookie Elijah Molden and star safety Kevin Byard. Maybe Hobbs even helps Tennessee get past Cincinnati in the divisional round. Number 23, Minnesota Vikings, Jalen Phillips. Christian Darrisaw was one of the few bright spots on Minnie's terrible offensive line last season, but in this redraft, we'll give the Vikings a much-needed pass rusher. Danielle Hunter ended up missing 10 games last season, and no Viking hit double-digit sacks. Phillips, who posted 8.5 for Miami as a rookie, would nicely fill the void here. Suddenly, the Vikings have a dynamic pass-rushing duo in Phillips and Hunter. That would be one way of fixing up a defense that has regressed more and more each year. Number 24, Pittsburgh Steelers, Najee Harris. No regrets with the original selection. Harris finished with 1,667 yards from scrimmage and 10 total touchdowns. Without him, the Steelers don't even sneak into the postseason in Ben Roethlisberger's swan song year. And trust us, Harris is just getting started. Soon, he'll be a top 5 back in the league, if he isn't already. Number 25, Jacksonville Jaguars, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. The Jaguars have 1 star on defense in Josh Allen. Taking JOK here instead of running back Travis Etienne would give Jacksonville 2 physical game wreckers in the front 7. With James Robinson still in the fold, JOK for Etienne seems like a trade-off that the Jags would want to consider. Number 26, Cleveland Browns, Greg Newsome II. We are not changing this pick, Browns fans. Per PFF, Newsome was one of the top 10 highest graded corners in single coverage. Newsome was absolutely vital in the Browns' turnaround on defense, and he is an ideal complement to Pro Bowler Denzel Ward in the secondary. Number 27, Baltimore Ravens, Christian Barmore. The Ravens needed more youth and athleticism in their aging front 7. If only they knew that a year ago. So let's give them the run-stopping sensation Christian Barmore, who flourished in a limited role with the Pats last year. Number 28, New Orleans Saints, Trayvon Merrick. A year ago, the Saints couldn't project that Malcolm Jenkins would retire and that Marcus Williams would leave in free agency. But now that they know that, they would turn to TCU standout Trayvon Merrick to help replace those 2 big-name losses in their secondary. In 17 starts and 715 coverage snaps, Merrick was only targeted 16 times, according to PFF. That's not bad considering how most rookie corners tend to get picked on early and often. Number 29, Green Bay Packers, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Only Chase, Pitts, Waddle, and Smith had more receiving yards among rookies than St. Brown. The Lions absolutely had a gem when they stole him in round 4 at 112 overall. The Packers no longer have Davante Adams or Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Taking St. Brown supplies Aaron Rodgers with a new number 1 receiver. Number 30, Buffalo Bills, Caleb Farley. The Bills' secondary wasn't the same when Tre'Davious White went down with an ACL tear. Another quality lockdown corner was absolutely needed. So, the Bills will take a chance on the super talented, albeit injury-prone Farley. If he's healthy, they have the NFL's best cornerback duo, hands down. Number 31, Baltimore Ravens, Odafe Owe. Owe was a stud for the Ravens in his rookie year, so why should they consider another pick? Adding Owe and Barmore to the defensive line would totally be unfair for the rest of the league. Number 32, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Gregory Rousseau. Not that Joe Tyron Shoyinka was a bad pick, but Rousseau has higher upside. Rousseau was solid, but not great in his rookie season with Buffalo, notching 4 sacks, 4 pass defenses, and 24 QB pressures. The Bucs need more youth in their aging front seven, and Rousseau would immediately make an impact on Todd Bowles' blitz-happy defense. But what major changes would you make to the 2021 NFL first-round draft? Join us in the comments section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.